Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel where we explore fascinating topics from around the world. Have you ever heard people talk about Chinese money and use the words Yuan and Renminbi? It might sound like they're talking about two different things, but they're actually referring to the same currency. It can be a little confusing, right? Don't worry, you're not alone. Many people get puzzled by this terminology. People use these words for the same money, like how we might say dollar and buck. In the United States, dollar is the official term, but buck is a casual way to refer to the same thing. Renminbi, RMB, is the official name of the money in China. It literally means the people's currency. Yuan, CNY, is like saying how much of that money you have. It's the unit of the currency, similar to how we use dollar in the US. Think of it like pound sterling and pound in Britain. Pound sterling is the official name, while pound is the everyday term. Let's make it even simpler. Imagine you're holding Chinese money. You might see the word Renminbi printed on the notes. It probably says Renminbi on it. This indicates the official name of the currency, but if you want to say how much something costs, you'd use yuan. For example, when you're shopping, you might ask, how many yuan is this? Like, this toy costs 10 yuan, not this toy costs 10 renminbi. It's a subtle but important distinction. It's a small difference, but it's interesting, right? Understanding these terms can give you a deeper insight into Chinese culture and how their monetary system works. Just like how astronomers study stars to learn about space, learning about money can teach us about a country. The terms used for currency can reveal a lot about a nation's history and values. So next time you hear Yuan and Renminbi, remember they're just two names for the same money from China. Understanding this can make your travels or studies about China much more enriching. The yuan has a super long history. It stretches back thousands of years, reflecting the rich and diverse history of China itself. It's seen China change a lot over time. From ancient dynasties to the modern era, the yuan has been a constant companion through China's journey of transformation. A long time ago, people in China used shells and metal coins as money. These early forms of currency were not just mediums of exchange but also symbols of wealth and status. The word yuan started being used during the Yuan dynasty, way back in the 1200s and 1300s. This period marked a significant evolution in the history of Chinese currency. That's when they started using paper money called jiaozi, which was like an early version of the yuan. This innovation made trade and commerce much more convenient and efficient. Over the years, the yuan changed as different rulers came and went. Each dynasty and government brought its own modifications and improvements to the currency system. Today, the yuan, which has a symbol that looks like a fancy Y, yen, is made by the People's Bank of China. This institution ensures the stability and integrity of the currency. You can find it as paper money and coins, with pictures of famous people and places on them. These images celebrate China's rich cultural heritage and historical achievements. The most common paper money is 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100 yuan. Each denomination has its own unique design and significance. There are also coins, some worth less than 1 yuan, that often have pictures of the Great Wall or other important Chinese symbols. These coins are a testament to China's enduring legacy and cultural pride. The yuan's journey shows how much China has changed. From ancient times to the present day, the evolution of the yuan mirrors the dynamic and ever-changing story of China itself. When talking about money from other countries, Chinese uses the word yuan in a cool way. Instead of saying dollar or euro, they use yuan as a base. For example, the US dollar is called Mei Yuan, which means American yuan. The euro is Wu Yuan, or European yuan. This might seem strange, but it's because yuan was the main type of money in China for a long time. Imagine a time when people didn't trade with other countries as much. The yuan was the most important money, so it became the way to talk about any foreign money. Even though things are different now, this way of talking about money has stuck around. So when you see a Chinese word for foreign money, remember the yuan in it. It shows how important the yuan is in Chinese history. The renminbi started in the middle of the 1900s, a time of big changes in China. After the Chinese Revolution in 1949, the new government wanted to make everything in the country the same, including the money. Before, different places in China used different kinds of money, which made things messy. So, in 1948, the People's Bank of China made the renminbi, which means people's money. This name showed the government's new ideas and its plan to have one type of money for everyone. The renminbi was a big deal. It made the economy more organized and stable, which helped China grow. It also showed that China was starting fresh and in charge of its own money. China does things a little differently with its money, the renminbi, RMB. Unlike many other countries where the value of money is determined by the free market, China takes a more hands-on approach. The government actively manages the value of the RMB to ensure it aligns with their economic goals. Unlike some countries where the value of money goes up and down freely, China's government keeps a close watch on the RMB. They have a dedicated team that monitors and adjusts the currency's value to maintain stability and control. They decide how much it's worth compared to other money. This is done through a combination of market mechanisms and direct intervention. By doing this, they can influence trade balances and economic growth. Why do they do this? The reasons are multifaceted and complex. It's like balancing on a seesaw. The government aims to keep the economy stable by making sure the RMB's value is neither too high nor too low. If the RMB is worth less, it's easier for other countries to buy things from China. This boosts exports, which is a significant part of China's economy. But if it's worth more, it's easier for people in China to buy things from other countries. This can help improve the standard of living and increase consumer choice. Some people think this gives China an advantage, allowing it to manipulate trade in its favor. They argue that this control can lead to unfair trade practices. While others say it's important for China's economy, they believe that this control helps maintain economic stability and growth, which is crucial for a country with such a large population. Managing money in today's world is hard. The global financial system is interconnected, and decisions made in one country can have ripple effects worldwide. What China does with the RMB shows how its economy works and what it wants to achieve in the future. Their approach to currency management is a reflection of their broader economic strategy. Economists all over the world are still talking about it. The debate continues as experts analyze the impacts and implications of China's unique approach to managing the RMB. The renminbi, RMB, is becoming more important around the world. It used to be used mostly inside China, but now it's used more and more for buying and selling between countries. This shows that China's economy is growing stronger and wants to be a bigger player in the world of money. More and more businesses are using RMB when they trade with China. This saves them money and hassle. Also, China has made it easier for people in other countries to invest in things using RMB. They've set up special RMB trading centers in places like Hong Kong and London. The US dollar is still the most important money in the world, but the RMB is catching up. As China becomes a bigger part of the world economy, the RMB will become even more important, changing how money works around the globe. Okay, let's talk about Yuan and Renminbi one more time. Remember, Renminbi is the official name and Yuan is like saying how much you have. It's like pound sterling and pound in Britain, or yen and, well, yen in Japan. In China, people use both words. You'll see Renminbi on the money itself, but people say Yuan when they're talking about prices. But things change a little outside of mainland China. In places like Hong Kong, Singapore, and London, where people trade RMB, they sometimes use the code CNH. This stands for Offshore Yuan, and is different from the regular RMB inside China, CNY. This is because the rules for RMB are a little different in those places. So even though people often use Yuan and Renminbi in the same way, knowing the little differences is important, especially when talking about money outside of China. Why should we learn about China's money? Well, the world is getting smaller and China's economy is getting bigger. It's the second biggest economy in the world and is very important for trade and money matters globally. As China gets more powerful, its money becomes more important too. Whether you're a business person, someone who invests money, or just someone who wants to know what's going on in the world, understanding China's money is helpful. It can help you make better decisions, understand how countries trade with each other, and learn about the world's economy. Learning about the yuan and renminbi also helps us understand China's plans for its economy and its place in the world. It's like learning a new language. It opens up a whole new world of knowledge. We've just scratched the surface of China's money. There's so much more to learn about the yuan and renminbi. From how Chinese money has changed over time to how its value is decided, there are lots of places to learn more. You can find information in special magazines about money, online, and in books. Learning more can help you understand how the world's economy works and how China's money plays a part in it. China is becoming more and more important. so understanding its money is more important than ever. So keep learning and exploring the world of the yuan and renminbi.